Welcome back to Julie's Wreath Boutique. We have a first tonight on Julie's Wreath Boutique. Can you guys believe that I've never made a Halloween wreath? Yep, never have made one. Not because we don't go trick-or-treating, we do. I'm just not into the scary side of Halloween. I never have been. I prefer fall decor over the scary stuff. So when my friend Dave of Dave's Reason Things suggested that we do a pink and black Halloween themed wreath, I said that's perfect. You had me at pink. So Dave and I are teaming up this week and we're bringing you a collab. So I want you to go watch his video. I'll have it linked down below after you watch my video. So let's make something super cute for Halloween. All right, so our first step is to get our mesh ready. Now this is a roll of poly burlap that I picked up from Michael's craft stores. This is the first time I ever used Michael's poly burlap. It was okay. It wasn't my favorite. I felt like it frayed a little bit more than the normal poly burlap I got. But I'm going to be leaving links for all these products that I got at Michael's. But I also am going to leave you some links for a place called Wreaths of Joy because we are going to use their wreath frame. So we are going to cut a full roll of poly burlap. Now what you get at Michael's is not a full roll. You want something that has 30 feet in it, so 10 yards, all right? Then I have some of this pink deco mesh that I got online, and I had purchased some from Michael's, the poly burlap, but it just wasn't the right pink I was going for. So we're going to start out with how we're going to roll all this mesh over. So we're going to take the black and we're just going to fold it over and we're going to gather it and we're going to take it and put it in our left hand if you're a righty. If you're a lefty, then you'll do the opposite. Okay, so I'm going to hold that and then I'm going to do the curl method with the pink mesh. And the reason why I do two different methods is basically because these are two different types of material, all right? And I just felt like the deco mesh does better with the curl method. Then I'm taking a pipe cleaner and I'm going to have the twist on the inside of that pink mesh, all right? I'm going to take this frame. You can get this frame from Wreaths of Joy, and I really like it because it's a little bit unique. And you can just attach it to the middle wire here. I'm doing it on the bracket, but you don't have to do it on the bracket. You can just attach it on the middle wire. So we're going to repeat the same step I just did. We're going to fold over the two pieces of mesh, or the one piece actually, and then gather it. I'm going to hold it in my hand, and then I'm going to take the pink and I'm going to do the curl method, which is just curling a little bit on each side and then gathering it in together. We're going to put them on side by side and then add the pipe cleaner on the back, as you can see, and twist it in the front where the pink mesh is. And we're kind of putting this on in a way so that the mesh will come out in such a good way that it will all kind of fold together and just make a really pretty design. So I just wanted to kind of share with you my thought process here. Now, the other reason why I chose this frame is that it has the plastic mesh, it's actually metal, in the middle of the wreath frame, and we're going to fill this whole thing up. I mean, it's going to be super duper cute, but I just wanted to show you there are other wreath frames out there, and I really like Wreaths of Joy, and you can get some poly burlap and deco mesh from them as well for this project. So So when you're done, you're going to just make sure that you're going to twist all the back of these pipe cleaners really good, and then we're just going to clip them off and we're going to just kind of fold them underneath our wreath frame. It's pretty simple and easy to do, and then it just makes the back of your wreath look nice and tidy. So basically it's really simple to do. Now listen, I want you to go watch Dave's wreath tutorial after this. He's doing a pink and black theme as well, but I wanted to show you this fabulous garland I got from Michael's. It's a disco ball Halloween theme garland, and we are going to wrap this around our wreath frame. And you're just going to kind of go in and out and just kind of like feel the flow. And I'm going to put it in between the different, curls that we have on this wreath. And as I do this, I always am making this from the perspective that if I mess something up, I'm going to share that part with you. And it's not that I really messed anything up, but I think I could have done less bundles on the frame. So I try to do about 4 bundles per section, but honestly, instead of four, you probably could get away with 3 and then 4 and then 3. You could kind of like take a few of these sections out by the time you add this really fun garland. And I just thought this was one of the things that I thought with Halloween, I like to keep it fun and lighthearted, and I just thought this was really pretty. And I love the ribbon that Michaels had for this wreath because it just is stunning. One is glow in the dark ribbon, and the other is like the disco balls. And I don't know what it is. Are disco balls a thing now? But guys, if you like this project, you're just gonna be able to use either a pipe cleaner to connect it to your wreath frame or a zip tie. It's really up to you. Just have fun with it. And I know that everybody has a different, likeness for whatever products that you use. Now, if you notice here, I have a little bit too much garland, so I'm going to clip some of the garland off, and we're going to add it to the center of our wreath. And this is where you're just going to make sure that all that garland kind of gets pushed down so you don't really see the white wire part. And it's really just important to kind of incorporate it with your wreath. So I really like this part. I really feel like it gave it the bling that I was looking for and the fun that I was looking for as well. But did you know I'm going to give this wreath away? I am. And the way I do it is through my email list. So if you're not on my email list, you're going to want to sign up for it. It's down in the description box below. What we do is we give away our wreaths in our email list, not online, not in a social media post or anything. So make sure you're on that list. Now, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to make those same bundles that we made for the outside of a wreath. You're going to just go ahead and make bundles, and then you're going to put them in the middle of your frame. So you're going to use all the leftover mesh that you had, okay? And you might want to add a little bit more here and there, but I was able to make this wreath with basically 1 roll of pink mesh and 1 roll of the black poly. Now, I did have to add some of the other black poly that I used because Michaels, again, does not sell a full traditional roll of poly burlap. They sell, it's like 19 feet, I believe, so it's much shorter. And I also wanted to make sure you guys knew that we do cut those pieces at 14 inches. Did I even, I'm going to make sure I put that in the beginning of this video because I don't want you to miss out on that. So as you can see here, I'm adding and filling in some of the spots with that extra little bit of garland that we use, and I'm just using my pipe cleaners. Again, you could use pipe cleaners and you can use zip ties. It's really up to you, whatever your fave is. So again, another reason why I use this wreath frame because it has such great mechanicisms of it, I guess you want to say, because you can really put your pipe cleaner or your zip tie wherever you want. And isn't she adorable? This is what I'm using, this little ghost, and it was like a little ghost, like a little girl dressed up with a little flower bow on her hair. I took 2 pipe cleaners and I twisted them together because this is how we're going to put her on. And I lifted up the sheet, the silver again, kind of like the blinginess of this, and I wrapped it around the body of our little ghost, and then I do another one on the leg. And this way we're going to be able to add our little fun ghost into the wreath wherever you want. You can put it wherever you want. Now, I will tell you here, I'm going to show you how to make the bow, and I changed my mind. I changed my mind where I put it, so we'll talk about that in a moment. But I thought this was super cute, and just I like to keep things fun and lighthearted. I'm just not into the scary stuff. Probably because my mom wouldn't let me watch scary movies when I was a kid. Maybe that's why. But I think she's super cute, and this again came from Michaels as well. So you can look in the description box. If you don't have a Michaels local to you, you can order them online with the links that I have down below. So as I'm not showing you, but I twisted those pipe cleaners on the back. And then I'm going to take another one and we're going to put it on her leg, just because I want to make sure that we're nice and secure. We don't want this to fall off our wreath, and it's really important to take the steps we need to ensure that that doesn't happen, okay? Because the little feet, the little silver shoes, are like a ceramic, so I really don't want this to fall. So you're just going to run it through the wreath frame and attach it and twist it on the back. Now we're going to start on our ribbon. I'm going to use my Pro Bow the Hand, the 4-in-1, and we are going to take some wire, and I always like to put it down on my wreath maker before I start it. If you want to purchase one of these wreath makers, I have a link down below, or you can make this by hand. So we're going to take it and we are going to make a little tail, and we're going to go to about the 6-inch mark, and we're going to make 3 loops here. And I always twist it before I put it back down so that the wrong side of the ribbon is facing up. So you're going to do this 3 times on each side. It's pretty simple, and I really like the way that this bow maker holds everything together, so it's just easy to do. And this bow maker is super duper beginner friendly. So if you don't have one of these and you're wanting to make beautiful bows for Christmas time and all your decorating needs, you're going to want to get one of these. So I really like this one. So again, we're going to do 3 loops the same size on each side, and then we're going to add in our glow in the dark ribbon. Now, the glow in the dark ribbon I also got at Michael's. See how I added a little bit of a tail, and then I decided I want to add another tail, so we're just going to have a strip of ribbon right there. So this ribbon is a glow in the dark. It's 1.5 inches. I will leave it linked down below. It was a little bit messy to work with. I will tell you that, because all the little dots, there's like little green iridescent dots, and that is the part that will glow in the dark, which is really cute. I went into a room that had no windows just so that I could see what the ribbon looks like, and it'll be really cute. So we're going to make these loops at the 5-inch mark, and we're going to do 3 of them. Honestly, guys, you could do as many as you want. You can add as many ribbons. I do teach you guys how to make bows here on my YouTube channel. I have a bow playlist I'll leave down below. Then I wanted to do a few loops at the 4-inch mark with the same ribbon, and we do at least 2, I believe 2 loops on each of these sides, and then we're done. We're ready to cut the ribbon and put it all together. Now, make sure that if you watch this full video, you leave me a pink heart in the comments down below, and I want you to make sure that you go watch Dave's video and his take on how to make a pink and black Halloween wreath. I just find it so, I love the colors, it's so fun. And make sure you subscribe to Dave and give him some love, and you're gonna love his content. He's great, and he makes a lot of beautiful and easy crafts and wreaths for you guys to be able to do. So we're going to pull this up, and we're going to twist our wire that we already had on our bow maker here, and I'm going to twist it, and then I'm going to like kind of fluff it out. I'm going to play around with it and bring all that beautiful bling out. Now, I like to do dovetails, as you can see here. I love to dovetail all of my ribbon. That's just kind of my thing. You can do just a side cut if you want at an angle, but we're going to do this. But I also got this really fun little ghost that had the sequins or like the disco ball on her, and I thought she would be really super nice to add a little bit of just decor to our bow itself. So I'm going to show you this little guy, and we're going to add a piece of wire, and we're going to add some glue on the back so that we can put it together. Isn't she cute? She has the little kind of flower that our other little ghost had as well. So all you're going to do is, I took a piece of the ribbon, I cut a piece of wire, and I went vertically down on the little ghost so that we can wrap her around the center of our bow. This is totally optional. If you just like a really pretty bow, you could add more, but I add a little bit of glue, and then I'm going to add a piece of extra ribbon that I had cut already. Might as well use what we have on hand, right? So we're going to let that sit and set up, and then we're going to take her and we're going to just wrap her around the center of this bow. So as you can see, You're going to find the best spot to put her on, and then you're going to wrap her around the center with the wire going both ways. And you can clip that wire, you can use that wire to help you tie it onto your wreath. It's really up to you, but this is the way we're going to connect it all together. It's super cute. Isn't she cute? I love her. I'll have her linked down below as well. You know how sometimes you do something and then you look back on it after you've done something and you say, that's really not what I want? Well, this was this occasion, guys. So I put her down around the 7 o'clock portion on my wreath frame. If you look at your wreath and you have a clock on it, I put her down at the 7 o'clock. But guess what? After I made this whole wreath, I put her back up at the 11 o'clock. I really felt like she did better at the top of the wreath than the bottom, but it's the same method. We're just going to take and run it through. Again, that mesh on this wreath frame is great for this, all right? And I will just cut those little wires, and I didn't cut them too short, so I was able to keep using the same wire, which is great. You don't ever want to cut your wires for a bow too short because you might change your mind like I did. So I'm going to use the rest of the ribbon. We use one roll of the black and one roll of the silver disco ball type ribbon, and we're going to cut them at 10 inches. If you want them a little bit longer, you can do that. And then we're going to dovetail them. It's pretty simple. You're going to make about, I think I made around 7 or 8 of these. I just, honestly, I used all of that silver ribbon and I had a little bit extra of the black. Then you're going to dovetail them like I did the other ribbon, and we're going to take one silver and one black and we're going to put it together. But again, dovetail the black as well. I don't want to forget about that. And then we're going to take a pipe cleaner and we're going to connect it. So I'm going to do it at a little bit of an angle there, and take my pipe cleaner, go down on the center and wrap it in the back. And now we have these like little ribbons that we can add to the rest of our wreath, which is really going to kind of, number one, help us fill in the gaps, but it's also going to help give us a little bit more bling within the mesh as well, and really help us highlight that garland. I really think this is super cute. So if you're somebody who wants to win this wreath, okay, how do you win a wreath like this? Listen, you got to be on my email list. So go down in the description box, get on my email list, and make sure you open those emails, because that's how you'll get a way to enter, because we don't do it on social media. There's too many scammers out there, and we don't use it on our platforms. So I hope you guys like this wreath. If you're coming from Dave's Wreaths and Things, listen, I'm so happy you're here. I would love to have you subscribe, and I love to teach beautiful crafting wreaths and projects, and we just like to have a lot of fun here. So we're here every Sunday night at 7. Nope, we're not here at 7, guys. We're here at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I just kind of forgot. But we like to craft here, and we have other options for you to learn how to craft as well. Some things called Julie's Crafting Boutique. And I also help people with their business with Julie's Biz Boutique. So if you ever need help trying to find out how to sell your crafts online, I'm the person that can help you with that. So make sure you leave a pink heart here, but also leave a pink heart for Dave on his wreath and show him some love, and make sure to subscribe. Once again, thanks for watching, and let's craft again next Sunday night at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And again, go watch Dave's at Dave's Wreaths and Things, and make sure to give him a follow. Let's make something beautiful together.